We're out here doing my morning routine again. Just noticed some oil in the driveway. I'm gonna have to say something about that to my family. See if they know anything about an oil leak in one of the cars. Hope everybody's doing okay this morning. I'm just gonna walk around for a little bit. It's fairly chilly out here. Not super cold, but chilly. I'm out here in North Georgia, and I don't even know what the temperature is. Probably 48. Cold enough for me to have a hat on and some long sleeves. Still kind of chilly. I should have probably brought a jacket out here, but it's all right. I think today's going to be an interesting day. I've got a friend is going to meet up with me in a little while, and we're going to go into town, which is about 25 minutes from where I stay. And we're going to try to get into some interesting things today. It's a Friday. I don't really know what's going on at the farm. They've got some family stuff going on over there, so I don't think I'm going to be there today. But it'll be okay. Good morning, Helmet. How are you? I'm just out here doing my morning routine, walking around, kind of talking about what today's going to hold. I'm going to go into town for a little bit. I doubt I'm going to go to the farm today. Meet up with a friend of mine, and we're going to see what we can get into. The people at the farm have got some family issues going on, so we'll see what happens with that, but it'll be okay. How are you today? It's cold up here. I feel like I'm going to start sneezing. Sorry about that. So I muted the microphone. Man, my sinuses have been driving me nuts for days. But yeah, we're just out here again this morning. What are you doing? Looking for a new exterior door for the back of the house. That's cool. When we had this new house put here, we had a sliding glass door put in the back door this time instead of a regular door, which is kind of nice. Man, I don't know what's making my sinuses go crazy lately. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what today is going to entail yet, but we'll see. Hello, everyone. How are you? I'm broadcasting from North Georgia, doing my morning routine, walking around, talking to Helmet. He's a good guy. He's here a lot. I appreciate him. You guys say hello to this old Helmet for me. I appreciate that like. It's chilly out here. I really should have brought a jacket or something with me. I got long sleeves on, but that's it. I don't really want to walk around in the grass because it's kind of wet, and I don't want my feet to be wet. I don't have my boots on, obviously. Really bright pair of Nikes. Bright green, even though they're dirty. They're just kind of my yard shoes. Got a pretty nice pair of boots, but sometimes I just don't feel like wearing them because they're kind of heavy. I don't see any of the kitties out here this morning. They were all on the porch earlier, kind of huddled up together. Oh, guys, guess what? I was on the news last night. They're going to build a data center out here. If you look through the woods that way, not far at all, they're going to build a data center. It's like 900,000 square feet. And the Atlanta News came out here and did an interview with me and asked me what I thought about it. And I told them there were pros and cons to it, good and bad. Because, my background is in electronics and technology. So my interview aired on the news at 4:45 last night. I do have a link for it. I'm gonna record it and put it up as a short. on my channel, so that's cool. I've never been on the news before, so it was a neat experience. I had people calling me going, "I saw you on the news," because I really didn't tell a lot of people. And I was like, yeah, I was on the news. Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't in a bad way. I've already had my share of all the bad stuff happen that I want to in my past. I had a colorful past. You guys just don't know. I am a lot calmer than I used to be. But I've learned that it's just not worth it. I've been into some stuff in my past. It took me a long time to get away from getting angry really fast, and I'm a lot calmer now. But yeah, being on the news was cool. I will be posting a copy of that on my channel sometime soon, maybe later tonight. I don't know, once I get back home. Yeah, they asked me a whole bunch of questions, and like, since I have a background in that, I really have a decent understanding of what data centers do and how AI works. And I used to be into cryptocurrency and mining, and I don't really do too much of that anymore. I still have my accounts and stuff, but I don't really mine anymore. I still have my servers and everything, but I just don't use them. The electricity cost is too much. I'd rather spend my time outside, But yeah, it's still a bit early for my friends to want to get up. They work second shift, so they don't get off work until like 11 o'clock at night, and it takes them like an hour to get home. They live in the next county over from where I live. So I'm just waiting for them to get up about 9 o'clock or so and get ready to go. And then we're gonna go roam around town for a little while and see what we can find. So Helmet, what would you like to talk about this morning? You don't mind me just calling you Helmet, do you? I never did ask you that. I'm having my coffee, and we're just walking. Helmet, are you still in here? That is an excellent comment, man. Yeah, no Skynet, no Skynet. Honestly, Elon Musk is doing enough with that already. With his satellites. Actually, the place I used to work for had, what do they call that? What's it called? Starlink. We used to have Starlink internet, and the first time I heard Starlink, I was like, Skynet. Yeah, it's just easier to say. Yeah, my name is Matt, and you can call me whatever. It doesn't make any difference to me either. My coffee's defective. It's disappearing. Mugshot. That's great. But there's a lot going on with AI these days, and the IoT, Internet of Things, and I've seen some planes that can, or some aircraft, I'll call it that do take off vertically or horizontally, and some of that stuff's really cool. I have a bit of a military background myself. I don't get into that too much, but I was doing things with electronics that people didn't know anything about back then, and some of that stuff is just now becoming public and publicly available. But there's a lot of stuff that the military has that they don't make public. Still, there's a lot of stuff back when I was messing with all that they still haven't made public. That's incredible. It's crazy, some of what they're capable of. Like, people just don't know. People just don't know. Did I ask you what branch? Oh yeah, I signed non-disclosures too. And you know, growing up, my father was an Army Ranger, so had that too, and he was crazy. He passed away earlier this year. He was a hoot. Anybody that knew him would tell you he was out there, but he was fun. My coffee is officially defective. It has disappeared. Man, my hands are cold out here. Well, that's it for the coffee right now. So let's walk for a bit. Am I allowed to ask you what your MOS was? Some people don't like talking about that stuff. Some people just won't talk about that stuff. My father wouldn't talk about a lot of what he did. Technically, he was a mechanic, but he was no mechanic. I mean, he was a mechanic. I watched him rebuild engines in my living room floor when I was a kid, but that is far from the only thing he did. But the cool thing about, like, when he first started with the military, he was an aircraft mechanic, and he would work on a plane or something, helicopter or something, and they would make him take it up and test it before the pilots could fly it, as a safety thing. And the first time he went up with somebody, and he's like, I've never flown before, and they were like, you gonna learn today. And he learned. By the time he was done, he was not only flying aircraft, he was jumping out of them. And yeah. I don't know why my internet's connecting and reconnecting all of a sudden again. I might have to go to cellular data. I don't know. What time is it? 8:24. I'm gonna sneeze again. Man, wish my sinuses would stop. But yeah, you guys give me a subject. I'm in North Georgia, and we're just kind of strolling around the yard this morning. Yeah, let me turn off the Wi-Fi and turn on the cellular. I don't know, we have pretty good internet out here, but it just doesn't want to work right, so I turned off the Wi-Fi. Hopefully it's better. Let me know. But yeah. What would you guys like to talk about this morning? I've got a little bit of time. Not really doing much this morning, just walking around. I had some eggs and some ham and obviously some coffee. Good, I'm glad it's not lagging anymore. I turned off the Wi-Fi because I get kind of far away from the house, I guess. Or, you know, sometimes when I'm close to the house, it does the same thing, so I don't know. I guess I'll just start streaming on cellular data because apparently it's better. But, well, there were a bunch of people in here a second ago. Apparently everybody left. But I appreciate you for still being here. I did laundry yesterday. I didn't go to the farm yesterday. Like I said, they've got something going on with the family. It's a husband and wife that live there, and the wife's dad had a mini stroke, and they had him in a rehabilitation center because he couldn't walk. And they were supposed to bring him home, but they haven't. And so they've been gone dealing with that situation, and all the animals are taken care of. Though, like, there's there's somebody else that went over there. Their daughter was there. She went and checked on all the animals, and if something had been wrong, they would have called me and told me, and I would have went and fixed it, but I didn't go yesterday. Yeah, he's, 80 something years old. The couple that own the farm are like 65. He's 65, she's like 63. And honestly, they're not wanting to release him. But they don't want to take him without a release because he'll lose access to part of his medical care benefits if he just leaves. Somebody up the street's yelling over there. I don't know what they're doing. Hear birds in the trees. I'm gonna have to cut that tree down. It's the ivy has killed it, and it's gonna fall. So I'm gonna have to cut that tree down. I don't really like cutting the trees down here. We've gotten rid of just about all the pines out here, but everything else is hardwood. So I don't worry too much about the hardwoods, but that tree is dead. Ivy just took it over completely. I don't know. Let's see how wet the grass is. It's not bad. We can walk around in the grass a little bit. I've been out here picking up pecans because my aunt wants to make pecan pies. So sometimes while I'm out here walking around, I'll do that. I don't do much during the week except go to work and come home. On the weekends, I try to go do fun stuff. I don't know what I'm doing this weekend yet. Today's my best friend's birthday. So I'm sure in a little while she'll be calling me. I don't call her because she works late and I don't want to wake her up. So she'll call me when she's awake. Somebody beeped at me. Yeah, it's probably for the best that you do. I did find a pecan. Pretty big ones. It's probably best that you cut it. It'll help the health of the rest of the tree. Some years ago, I used to do landscaping, and we had to do that a lot. Prune the trees and the bushes and everything to make sure they stay healthy. There's the old UGA Bulldog. He's so old that the red on his sweater has come off. You see traces of it, but he fell off the well house some years ago and it broke his leg. But he's been there forever. And the Joro spider that comes with it. And my hands are cold out here. Good morning, Rebecca. How are you? Glad to have you back. Oh yeah, that I wouldn't like that either. We obviously don't have a canopy over the driveway, but that tree is huge. It's been here forever. I'm glad you're doing well this morning. I'm doing okay. I'm just doing my morning routine out here walking around in the driveway for a little bit. Yeah, you two are some of my favorite people on here. You guys tune in regularly, and I appreciate it. As you guys know, I'm not monetized or anything. I just get on here for fun. But I'm doing pretty well. I posted 2 videos back in like May when my life situation was completely different. And did ask for some help and subscribers back then. But then I didn't post anything again until October 2nd. And so it's been 22 days since I really started doing this. All the kitties are up on the porch all snuggled up together. I'll walk over there in a minute. But October 2nd, I posted a video of them dumping that gravel in the driveway out here. and it got like 29,000 views, and I was like, that's crazy. But in 22 days, I've managed to get 135 subscribers and almost 120,000 views on my channel, and I never imagined that. I just do this for fun. I don't ask for anything. Yeah, we'll walk around there and see if I can find the kitties. I bet you they're all still snuggled up on the porch. Well, thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, we'll go see if we can find the kitty cats. They're good kitty cats. I bet you every one of them snuggled up in one of those chairs on the back porch. Yeah, I love the outdoors. I've been cooped up inside too much of my life. So I try to be outside every chance I can get now. And most people don't understand it. But that's where I'm at in life now. We're going to find the kitties. I'm sure they're back here. Gotta get rid of these Choro spiders. There's a bunch of them up there. Kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitties. Yep, just like I said, all snuggled up in a chair. I'm gonna leave them be. I don't want to wake them up. They're all warm. Yeah, they're all comfortable, so I'm not gonna mess with them. When it warms up, they'll get out here in the yard and play. My aunt's on the back porch too, and she don't really like being on camera, so I'm not gonna stay around there. Hello everyone, how are you this morning? Where are you tuning in from? I'm in North Georgia. Hello. A bunch of people just came in here. Let's see if anybody says hello. Rebecca Helmet, tell them to say hello. Let's get people interacting this morning. Yeah, it is chilly in North Georgia. My hands are cold. As you can see, I have on a sweater, but no jacket. And I've got my hat because I don't have any hair. How's everybody doing this morning? I'm surprised Florida is cold, honestly. I haven't been to Florida in a long time. The last time I went was to Panama City Beach, and that was, oh man, like 15, 20 years ago. There's the chicken statue. You guys got snow? I don't think we got snow here last year. I don't remember. There's the froggy. And the old flag. Oh yeah, it's been kind of crazy. There's the Buddha. Still trying to figure out what caused that chip. I don't know. Looks like somebody shot it with a BB gun. Wouldn't surprise me. Where are you guys tuning in from? I'm in North Georgia. I don't remember the snow. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I don't remember half the stuff anymore. I have to stick my hand in my pocket and change hands to hold my phone. I need to go and actually see what's inside that building. I haven't been in there in a long time. I know a couple of years ago, I was in Helen, Georgia, which is about an hour from where I live. And we got snow, and there's a big hill out there, and we went sledding. It was fun. Oh, I bet they did have a blast. What time is it? 8:37. Let me ask you guys a question, because I'm still pretty new to this. How long should a stream last? Like, how long should I stay on? It's a German-based town, Helen. It's not far from where I live. Actually, I stayed in Cleveland for a couple of years, White County, which Helen is part of White County. And I used to go there all the time. Oh, yeah, it has to melt eventually. Yeah, actually, a good friend of mine used to work in that funnel cake shop. They're right in the middle of the town. Yeah, he was the guy that made the funnel cakes for a long time. Sorry, for some reason I started coughing, so I muted it. I don't know what's going on with my sinuses this morning. But yeah, Helen is fun. There's a roller coaster there now. It's not a really big one, but it's pretty cool. And in the warmer months, there's tubing on the river. They do live music. Oktoberfest is a big celebration out there. They do car shows out there. There's lots of fishing out there, lots of trout. I've caught a lot of trout out there. They've got timeshares, even though I don't think anyone should ever buy a timeshare. A friend of mine owned one, so I used to go up there every year. That guy lives in Arkansas now. Lots of shops. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool place. But if you like Helen, you might should check out Dahlonega. Dahlonega not that far from Helen, and they've got some really cool stuff too. There's a old gold mine down there they'll take you for a tour on. There's a couple places in Helen and Dahlonega you can go panning for gold and gemstones, and that's really cool, Rebecca. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. Man, my sinuses are driving me crazy. I know I keep talking about that, but it's nuts. Let's walk over here by the seahorses for a minute. Why not? Just trying to get in some steps this morning. I try to stay active. I've been in some pain lately. So you're not that far from me, right, Helmet? Yeah, you're in northwest Georgia. I'm in northeast Georgia, in Hall County. There are lots of places out here you can pan for gold. And you can find rubies and garnets and amethysts and emeralds. Like, there's all kinds of stuff out here. So you'll have to come out here sometime. Maybe we can meet up and go have some fun. I'm cool with that. We'll get a big group together or something and just go explore. And we've got a giant lake out here called Lake Lanier. Like, literally all through Gainesville and most of Hall and White County. And a couple of other counties. Like, it's a big lake. Hello, everybody. Where are you tuning in from? You know, Dahlonega, they used to actually mint their own gold coins back forever ago, and they're highly sought after now. Hey, Rebecca, welcome back. Yeah, Dahlonega had a gold rush like California did. Wow, they are screaming at each other up the road. I don't know what they're screaming about. Some guy and girl over that way. But yeah, they minted their own coins, had their own mint mark on it and everything, and like they're harder to find now. But do what? They're up there screaming at each other. Hold on a minute, guys. Guys, give me just a minute, please. Give me a minute, guys. I'm trying to figure something out.
I know when I heard them on the back porch, that's loud.
Yeah, there's some people up the street screaming. I thought I heard a kid up there, so I walked up that way, and my aunt came out, and she was like, "What are they screaming about?" And I was like, "I don't know, but I heard a kid." So, I don't know. Do what?
I don't hear them anymore anyway.
I don't either.
You walked up through there with the mud.
Maybe.
They don't pay me no attention. I mean, it's like, I
Well,
walk up through there and they just act like
right.
they don't even see me.
Yeah, but there's
That girl tried to hurt her like that, yeah, I go up there and jerk him off.
Oh, I know. I know you would.
Because he ain't very big anyway.
I'd love to have some shark teeth. I don't have any, but I collect coins. Apparently they stopped screaming, so maybe that'll be the end of it. My aunt was just saying if that guy were to jump on that girl, she'd go up there and snatch him off, and she would too. Like, you guys just don't know. She is a feisty one. Might walk back up that way a little bit.
Yeah, usually you can hear them more if they
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Maybe. My aunt said me being, on my phone, they might have thought I was calling the police, and they stopped. I don't know. They're up there screaming all the time, though. Oh, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but there's an oil spot right here in the driveway. Y'all might want to, I don't know if it's from the truck or the car, but you might want to look. Have Lamar look. Huh? Yeah, he told me that, but I would just say something to him because I don't know if that's something he spilled or he better.
He had almost a flat tire, and I told him, I said, stop at 129 to get that tire fixed. You know what he said? I forgot.
Yeah, I've never found a shark tooth. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if that's something he spilled or like, but I would, let him know anyway, because if one of them is leaking, that's not a good thing. I've been to Myrtle Beach, but it's been like 25 years ago. Yeah, I was telling her there's a oil spot out here. Might want to check the cars. I kind of wonder what I'd have to do to get you to send me a shark tooth. I'm half serious, half joking. Yeah, I know, right? I'd be like Beverly Hillbillies. I've never been to New Mexico. I lived in Arkansas for about 6 months, right on the Texas-Arkansas border, Texarkana. I got you, helmet. I wouldn't mind visiting New Mexico. I understand there's like some caves and really cool stuff out there. Here in about 10 minutes or so, I'm probably going to get a phone call, so I'm probably going to have to get off here then, but not yet. I gotta not forget to take that cup back in the house. Yeah, I used to really like camping. I don't do that too much anymore, but I do like hiking. There's a whole bunch of waterfalls and cool stuff out here in North Georgia. I think sometime one of these weekends pretty soon, before it actually gets really cold, I'm gonna hike up to one of the waterfalls and probably live stream from up there. I was gonna do that like last weekend, but it just got too late in the day. I met up with some friends and it was far enough away that we decided to go to the park instead. Oh my God, I'm tired of my sinuses acting up. Oh, they're back to yelling at each other again. Yeah, I like the waterfalls and stuff. Orange seahorses. At some point, I would like to go touring and sightseeing too. I'm not quite there yet, but I'll get there someday. There's a couple of pecans I missed. Let's pick those up and put them in the container. My feet did get kind of wet. I probably should have put on my boots, but it is what it is. Dang, I've been on here for almost 40 minutes. It doesn't feel like it. I'm glad you guys actually enjoy my streams. I don't understand if they want to scream at each other that often, why they stay around each other. Makes no sense to me. I'm not being around a situation like that any longer than I have to be. I've gotten to the point in my life where I'm just not putting up with that. Yeah, I know it really doesn't seem like I've been on all that long, but I know that in a little bit, my phone's going to ring, and when it does, I'm going to have to go, because today is my friend's birthday, and I'm supposed to meet up with them for a little while. Like I said, go into town. I have yet to figure out how to reach a wider audience on here, though. But I do appreciate you guys that are solid, that continue to come on and support me and talk to me. Like, that means more than you know. Never in my wildest dreams would have imagined that me being on YouTube would have turned out as good as it has. So thank you for that. I've got a core group of people, a couple of people that get on regularly. There's about 5 of y'all. Well, thank you. I appreciate the fact that you think my streams are peaceful. Yeah, like I said, I'm not doing the whole upset thing anymore. I try to be really chill. I used to not be like this. I'm telling you, you guys, um, I'm not the same as I used to be. I used to be an angry person all the time. I had issues with alcohol. Never had any issues with drugs. Like, I never really did drugs. But I had an issue with alcohol for a while and got over that. And these days, I just want peace. So, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I don't understand how I get on some other people's live streams and they've got like 2 or 3,000 people on there, and I'm like, it just doesn't make sense to me how they get so many people on there. And it's not my goal to have a whole bunch of people on my streams. It just doesn't make sense to me how they're doing it. I think I have like 135 subscribers. I don't advertise anything. I don't even use Facebook anymore. I used to have a Facebook, but I deleted it because there were just too many issues, too much drama, too much stuff I didn't want to put up with. I used to have an Instagram. I used to do resale stuff online. I don't do that anymore. Although I made some pretty decent extra money doing that. I just don't anymore. Like, I would resell shoes and clothes and stuff like that, electronics, and I don't. Yeah, that's kind of where I was too, Helmet. Like, had a lot of, I'm gonna sneeze, hold on. Sorry about that. Rebecca, I hope you have a great day, and I do hope to see you again soon. I will probably stream later today. I'm not sure what time yet. I tried to schedule a stream yesterday for the first time, but because I was on the news, that didn't happen. I had to cancel it. But yeah, Helmet, like, I self-medicated too, and it was not good. And I had to get away from that because it was ruining my life. And like I said, I was angry all the time and wanted to fight people and wanted to do dumb things, and you just can't do that. So I had to stop. I lost a lot of stuff because of it. So these days I do YouTube, I stream, I do shorts. Occasionally I do a long form video. I talk to people, I collect coins, and I just try to relax. And man, I could tell you stories, but I'm not ready to get into that stuff yet. It's sad, but here I am every day. I'm on here every day because it gives me an outlet to talk to people and maybe give some advice and discuss things, and I enjoy it, and it's better than not being clear-minded. And so this is the path I've chosen instead of what I used to do, which was drink all the time, and it doesn't get you anywhere. Got me in a whole bunch of trouble, cost me a whole bunch of money, made me lose people that I cared about, and I'm just not about that life anymore. So yeah. But Helmet, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go. Like I said, my phone's gonna ring about 9 o'clock. That's about 3 minutes from now. I'm glad you were here, and I appreciate you every time you tune in. You know, you're always welcome. I'll be back later today if you've got some time, and we'll go from there. Maybe we can get some other people to discuss some things and, you know, go from there. So I hope you have a good day. Yeah, man, I appreciate you being here and the company too. I will do my best to stay safe. I hope you do too. And hopefully I'll see you on here later today. All right, brother. Talk to you later. Bye.